Hey, 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 you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Great morning, you guys. I'm trying to get everything adjusted and shifted. Let me scoot this back a little bit. All right. Hey, Taisha, how are you, beautiful? Great morning, you guys. Great morning. You all listen, I'm a little bit late. I had a bar pickup. Listen, people coming back picking up the bars. It's 7 something in the morning. Come get these bars. Hey, you guys. Listen, I'm super excited to be with you today. It's another amazing day that God has given us, blessed us with to be able to walk this walk and continue our journey. And today I wanted to talk about, did you miss the shift? Did you miss the shift? Let me know who's here and let me know where you're tuning in from. Who's here and where you're tuning in from? And make sure you what? Share, 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 share. Hey, Mark Quinta, how are you, gorgeous? Good to see you, beautiful. You know about them bars, okay? Listen, Linda, listen, honey. It's serious out here in these streets. So you guys, listen. The question that I asked today was, did you miss the shift? Did you miss the shift? I think a lot of times, as we are going through our life, we find ourselves in places where, maybe something comes our way and we don't take advantage of it or we don't see it as opportunity. And so it goes on and you find yourself looking back wondering, did I miss it? Did I miss it? Did I miss it? Can I tell y'all the good thing about God? I want to tell y'all the good thing about God. Yesterday, when I was thinking, God, what is it that you want me to talk about to the people? And he said, shift, right? Shift. Not the shift that you work, right? Terrence is working his shift, Mr. Pineapple, right? But seeking his instruction for transformation, shift. Seeking his instruction for transformation. Now, this is what I want you guys to know, that when you are seeking his instruction, like even if you quote unquote miss it at some point, even if you quote unquote miss it at some point, it doesn't mean that you've missed it. Doesn't mean that you've missed it. Why? Because everything works together for the good of those who love the Lord and who are called according to his purpose. Everything in your life is working together for you right now. The good, the bad, the indifferent, the things that you did, the things that you didn't do, all of it is working together for your good. Now, this is the key. Can I tell y'all the key? The key is listening attentively. Listening attentively for his instructions. Shift, seek his instructions for transformation. God wants to do something in your life, right? He wants to do something amazing in your life. And sometimes what happens to us is we are so focused on what's in front of us that we can't see where he's taking us. We're so focused on what's in front of us that we can't see where he's taking us. So we get lost in the sauce where we are and we can't see where we're going. Now, as I work out and as my body goes through different changes and different transformations, like when I'm stuck looking at what's not where I want it to be, like seriously, y'all, I thank you guys for celebrating my successes. I thank you for that, right? But the truth of the matter is there are things that I'm still not content with. I'm just not. It's not there for me, right? So I shared earlier on another live about my wings. Y'all know what wings are? This stuff right here that flaps, right? That stuff right there. So my wings, right? The fact that there's still some jiggle there, but there's not nearly as much jiggle as it used to be. Now, see, sometimes what we do is we get caught up in the jiggle that's still there. We can't celebrate the part that's gone. We can't celebrate where we're going. We can't look forward because we're stuck on, oh my God, it doesn't look the way I want it to look. Oh my God, I want it to be this. But with everything in your life, there is a process. So when you ask the question, did I miss the shift? Did I miss the shift? Listen, even if you did miss that shift, there's another shift loading just for you. Everything in your life is working together for your good. When I look at my stomach, when I look at where my abs are coming in, there was a time that I didn't see a single ab nowhere in sight. All I saw was belly, 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 belly. You know how Meg Thee Stallion says, body, 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 body. I saw belly, 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 belly. That's all I saw. It was hard. It was distended. It was distended at the top because I had some gastro issues, right? Some issues with my my bowels, you know? And so now as those things have been resolved, I'm starting to see those results. Those abs are coming in. They're coming in. What does that mean, Dr. V, that they're coming in? They're coming in, but what it also means is while the muscle is forming underneath, there's a layer of fat that is being released from the muscle. So you're seeing fat and skin that's loose now. Now, see, some of you will freak out at that and you'll say, oh my God, it's not working. No. It is working. And the way you know it's working is that it gets loose. It gets jiggly, right? When it gets jiggly, that means that it's in a position where it can be burnt off. It's in a position where it can be tightened up. It's in a position where it can be toned up. Unless it's just a lot of loose skin, then there's something that you're working with, but you don't see the change because it's underneath. My God, you can't see the change because it's underneath. It's underneath the surface. And some of you are so close to breakthrough. You're so close to walking in the shift, right? You're so close to getting there, but you're focused on the wrong thing. You're stuck on the fact that your skin is loose and there's some flab going, right? You're not focused on the fact that your abs are loading underneath, that they're tightening up, that they're coming together. And so now you're not doing the work that you need to do because you feel like it's not working. Did I miss the shift? Even if you missed that one, it's not too late. In God's words in Romans 8:28, when the Apostle Paul says, and we know this, not we think, but we know. And knowing implies certainty. Knowing implies certainty. There is a certainty that all things are working together for your good. All of them. Everything that's happening in your life, everything that's happened in your life, all of it is working for your good. I'm talking about the most traumatic experiences that you could have had. It's working for your good. I'm talking about the rejection that you've experienced. It's working for your good. I'm talking about feeling like you've been abandoned. It's working for your good. Why? Y'all, listen, I just am a firm believer. My battery low, y'all. But I'm just a firm believer that some of the stuff that we've experienced, and I'm going to have to kind of do this sideways and work with it because this is not going to die on me, okay? So I'm talking to two devices, right? But some of the stuff that you've experienced is designed to prepare you for where you're going. See, where you're going, you can't be consumed with whether or not people like you, whether or not they agree with you, whether they walk away from you. Some of y'all are so worried about people walking away, so worried about getting disconnected, so worried about the rejection, right? Because you have abandonment and rejection issues that stem from your childhood, right? You're so worried about that you won't make the decisions that you need to make, and you won't make the necessary what? Shift. Seek his instructions for transformation. You want a transformation desperately. You want the change. You want the results. You want the success, but you're not willing to have nobody mad at you, to have nobody unfriend you, to have nobody feeling no type of way, to have you don't want to go through any of that. Listen, I'm in a place I could give zero flying flips. Zero. Who likes, agrees, supports, encourages. Like that does not matter to me because I've gotten his instructions. And when you get his instructions, other people's instructions don't even matter. They don't even matter. Why? Because he's going to take you to the transformation that he needs you to have in your life. I'm trying to help somebody this morning. Did I miss the shift? Did I miss it? Even if you did miss that shift, you don't have to miss it now. See, this is the beauty about God. God is not like us. Even as a parent, there are things that I tell my children and, I want them to do it then, right? They're not always going to get it and they're not going to always follow my instructions, right? They're just not, right? But that doesn't mean that I throw them away. I don't throw them away for that. Instead, listen, I told you to Okay? Even as a parent. So if we as parents will do that for our children, is that not scripture? Y'all, come on. I read that somewhere in a book. If we as parents desire to give our children good bread, why would not the Father want all the more? Come on, y'all. God is not going to listen. If you missed his instruction last time, he's giving it to you again. Here, do this. Here, take this road. Here, go this direction. Here. People ask me, they ask me, why do you want to get married again? Listen, I've done it wrong and it hasn't worked. And 5 times it didn't work. It didn't turn out the way that I expected it to turn out. I get it. For some people, that would be like, oh, no, I'm never getting married again. And I've heard people say that after being married once. Like, I'm never getting married again. I'm a wife. Just because I married the wrong people and I had not worked through some things that I needed to work through in me doesn't mean that I have to give up being a wife. I'm a wife. God created me to be a wife. He created me to be a helpmeet. Everything in me wants to help a man achieve what it is that he desires to achieve. Like everything in me wants that. Like everything in me wants the opportunity to be with a man who can support me and encourage me, and I can support him and encourage him, and we can build a dynasty, an empire together. Like everything in me wants that. Everything in me wants that. When I'm not in that place, it's uncomfortable for me. So what God has been doing with me in this season is teaching me how to walk through my discomfort. Just walk through the discomfort. It's okay, baby. It's going to come. I'm like, but when? When is it got to show up? Well, first we need to handle some stuff. That's the first thing, right? The second thing is this. There's some things that he is doing in me that's necessary for this shift. It's a part of the shift. It is seeking his instructions for the transformation that I want, for the life and the marriage that I want, for the promises that I want, for the millions that I want, for the change that I want. You know, you can't get the end result without being willing to go through a process. You got to go through a process. You got to go through a process. So the question becomes, what does that look like for you? What does that look like for you? So what if you missed the shift, right? So what if you missed it the last time? Like God is giving you a new chance. That's right, Jesse. Listen, never give up on love. He adds to me and I'll add to him. Come on. She said, we aren't designed to be alone, Mary. It is beautiful. Yes, I'm telling you. Having the opportunity for a new day means I still have a chance. Y'all, we still got a chance. We still got a chance to get it right. Y'all, I don't want you to give up on you. I don't want you to stop believing in you. See, the problem is we can believe in everybody else, but we have a difficult time believing in us. We can support everybody else, but we have a difficult time supporting ourselves, right? Listen, we will find all the good stuff about somebody else, but all the bad things about us. And that's a tragedy, right? It's a tragedy because it means that we are downplaying the beautiful creation that God made in us. And we are a beautiful creation. When God created us, he broke the mold. There will be another one just like you in the world. People tell me all the time, I remind them of Tisha Campbell, but there's only one Tisha Campbell, right? And there's only one Dr. V. And while I love and appreciate Tisha Campbell and all that she's done in the industry and all that she is as a beautiful Black woman, she is still not Dr. V. Like no one can be me. And I'm grateful that no one can be me. There's only one me and there's only one you, and you know that you are enough. And I need you to know that. Unfortunately, there have been people and places and situations that have made you think that you're not enough. But just because those things have happened doesn't make them true. That's not truth, right? It's someone's truth, but it doesn't have to be your truth, right? And so I learned this. I learned to not get caught up in what people think. It's not that I don't care about people at all. It's not that. It's that they can't walk my journey and I can't walk theirs. And they can't tell me what God is desiring to do in my life, right? And at the end of the day, I'm accountable to God and God alone. Because see, y'all heard me say it before. What am I going to say, y'all? These hoes ain't loyal. They're not. So you're worried about people that aren't worried about you. At the end of the day, when push comes to shove, when you're in need, most of them you can't go to solve a problem, to get assistance. You can't, but you're worried about them. I don't see it, not for my life. Listen, If you missed the shift last time, you don't have to miss it now. I told you guys when I first came on, I was a little late because somebody had to come by and pick up some bars. Y'all, them bars, y'all. Bars and bands, bars and bands. But somebody came by to pick up some bars. And as we were conversing, he said, listen, I've got this belly and I've got to lose this belly. And I said, it'll help you with that, right? I said, but you don't really have that big of a belly. And he was like, no, you don't have a belly. I was like, let me show you where I started, right? See, sometimes we have to look back on where we were so that we can understand how far we've come and we can celebrate what we've done thus far, right? And in celebrating what we've done thus far, then we can prepare ourselves for where we're going and what we're doing now and what we're going to do. The shift is not a one-time thing. It is a continual thing. And continually we'll find ourselves shifting. Continually. As long as you keep growing, as long as you keep developing, as long as you keep becoming, God is glorified in that. It is the moment when you give up hope. It is the moment when you stop believing. There was a song I remember growing up, we didn't have a lot of Black music in my hometown. We had a lot of rock and it was a lot of rock. We had a lot of rock, a lot of metal, heavy metal, right? But there was a song that said, don't stop believing. Don't stop believing. Listen, I loved that song, but I didn't understand the significance of it. See, the reason that I keep going is I can't stop believing. I can stop caring about what people think, but I can't stop believing. I believe God for every promise that he's made for my life. I believe God for everything that he's shown me. I believe God. I believe God. I believe God. When I can't believe me, I believe God. Like he said it, God said it. And this is what I know. His word cannot return to him void, but it must accomplish everything that it is sent forth to accomplish. It is so. It is finished. It is done. You guys, I'm on a journey. I'm on a journey to follow his instructions for my transformation. And it's working. It's working. I didn't know that when 2021 came in, that my life would be transformed so much by a company and a bar. Who knew? Who knew this bar would create such transformation and this company would create such transformation in such a short time? The money, the physical transformation, the travel. Like my mind is blown. When I did my vision boards, because I did two, when I did my vision boards for 21, there were very clear things that I put on them. One of the main things was that I would make my first million in 21, and that I would help 7 other people make their first million. Not only that, I put travel on there. I got a vehicle for my million. Actually, I got 2 vehicles for my million. And then the other thing that I got is I want a trip within my first 7 days being a part of a company to Playa del Carmen, Mexico. All expenses paid for 2, penthouse, limo service, things that I've watched other people have and do. And I felt like I was supposed to do it, but it wasn't happening for me. I'm seeing abs. I've never had a 6-pack, you guys, ever. Not even when I was thin, I didn't have a 6-pack. But now I'm seeing it. You see, sometimes it's just a matter of making the shift and getting in alignment. Sometimes we're in the right lane, but the wrong vehicle. Sometimes we're in the right lane, but the wrong vehicle. And just changing vehicles changes the game. You guys, as you go through your day to day, I want you to know that when you seek his instructions for transformation, you can expect a change to come. I sought him. He gave me instructions. I obeyed. I followed. And I'm seeing the results of the transformation. And you are too. If you are looking for change and you're trying to figure out, God, what is it? What I encourage you to do It's two things. The first thing is this. Go ahead and schedule a session. It's free. Getbalancewithdrv.com. Getbalancewithdrv.com. Let's talk through it. Let's see, what strategies God has given me to help you to do that. The next thing I would do is take a look at this vehicle I'm in. It may not be for you, but it may be for you. I just encourage you to look because this bar and all the rappers that be on my desk, y'all. Just rappers. Rappers all on my desk, y'all. This bar is making a difference in my life. And it could make a difference in yours. You never know. I just want you to know I believe in you. I believe in you and God's promises for your life. And sometimes that's what it takes. We need someone who believes in us, someone who is willing to lock arms with us, someone who is willing to support us, someone who is willing to do for us what we do for everybody else. I don't know if that's you. How many on here are that person that you always encourage everybody else? You always help everybody else. You're the go-to person when people need a shoulder to cry on. You're the go-to person when they need someone to lean on. If that's you, say me. Put a me in the comments. Put me in the comments if you're that person in everybody else's life. If you're that person that everybody goes to, everybody comes to, everybody looks to for solutions. Everybody is coming to you. If that's you, put a me in the comments. Put a me in the comments. Because I want to talk to you for a minute. You're the person, the go-to, the shoulder, superwoman, superman. Yeah. I see you, Carrie Ray Vaughn. Yes. I see you, Jesse. Yes. I see you, Regina. I know that's you, Regina. All right. I see y'all. Well, listen, I'm talking to you. Wouldn't it be great to have someone to be that for you? Literally, that's what I want to do. I want to partner with some people where we can support each other in a way that we haven't been supported in other endeavors. In ways that we all win. I'm looking for some people to win with. I'm looking for a winner. Looking for some people to win with. Let's win. Let's finally win. Let's finally get the win that God promised us. Some of us, God made us a promise, and because it didn't happen, we stepped back. We said, oh, it's not for me. This is not for me. It's not that that's not for you. It's that you were in the wrong vehicle, partnered with the wrong people. And it's a matter of shifting the vehicle and the partnership that can change everything. Now, by no means am I perfect. By no means am I magical or anything like that. But what I am is consistent and dedicated. That's what I am. And so if you're looking for someone who can be consistent and dedicated, who can take everything that they know on how to win and share it with you, I'm willing to do that. I came into this company, and in my first 24 hours, I made $1,000. In my first 4 days, I made $2,000. I want to tell you how to do that, and I want to tell you how to do that in a shorter time than it took me. Like, my goal is to have people do it faster than me, make more than me. That's my goal. Like, I want to see that. Like, I'm not a crab, right? I want you to win, and I want you to win big, right? Because that's what it's about. And I think sometimes, particularly as women, when we deal with other women, that's not what we get. But I'm just telling you who I am. So today, if you're ready for a shift and you're looking for a shift and you believe in God for something, go ahead and schedule that free strategy session, Get Balance with Dr. V, Get Balance, WITHDRV.com, And if you're interested in seeing what it is I'm doing with these bars, right? These bars and bands, what is that about? Let me know. We've got a 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time private exclusive Zoom. I'd love to invite you to. So, you guys, until we meet again, know this. Know that you are enough. Know that you are great. Know that you're amazing. Know that you deserve it. I declare and decree that everything your hands touch will prosper. In every place your feet tread, God has already given you dominion. And the promises of God are yea and amen for your life, which is yes, and let it be so. Your worst days are behind you and your best days are ahead of you. That you are the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath, the lender and not the borrower. That what God has shown you and promised you must come to pass, because his word will not return to him void, but it shall accomplish everything that it is sent forth to accomplish. Let's let his word work. I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Be blessed. Mwah.